Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of, no, this is for April 2023. Just kidding. We're going to just jump right in here. You have this card that says you're on a journey of discovering your life's purpose. You also have this card that says you will break free from all that no longer serves you. I love this. And look, you have the Fool, which is a new beginning. So I feel like for a lot of you that you're kind of like on this new journey here. And I feel like it's a journey that is going to lead you in kind of like a new direction. You know, kind of what I'm getting here on the Fool is that there are two ways you can read the Fool. You can say that he is just trusting that when he takes a leap of faith off that cliff, that a step will just appear in front of him. But there's another way to read the Fool, which he's at the cliff's edge and he's looking up. He's very confident, but he needs to be careful because he's at the edge of the cliff and he actually wants to kind of go this way. He wants to go around the cliff. He wants to walk down the mountain and start his journey. And that's like more what I feel for you. I feel like this is encouraging you. It's like saying you absolutely should be very confident at this time because I feel like you've earned it. The Fool, he has this feather in his cap right there, and the feather in his cap represents the fact that he has like the knowledge and wisdom. He's kind of learned everything that he needs to learn to start a journey or to start whatever it is that he's starting. And look, you end with this beginnings card. There you go. So But at the same time, I wouldn't be overly confident, right? But I would have like a certain level of confidence. I also would say, don't be afraid to get help. I mean, look at this reading. You could say that this is a love reading, of course. Lovers, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups. The dog right here represents a companion as well, like having a companion or, someone in your life, which I think is great. Could be love, and love could definitely be motivating you at this time. But I also think, in a lot of ways that this reading could be saying that, this could be like a business partner or someone who can come in and help you. So it might not be love. It could just be a partner. I'm also getting like a parent popping into my head or something like that. I'm not sure if it's like a parent or someone you look at as a parent. It's like some people have people like that in your life where it's like maybe you consider someone, maybe you didn't have a mother or father growing up, but maybe you have a person who you kind of like consider to be that person, right, in your life. And I don't know, that's really popping into my head here. If you have that, for sure, it is popping into my head really, really hard. And I would say that person could really be helping you again in your life in a big way. And I almost get this feeling like by you being successful, it's like you're paying this person back. I think maybe you don't realize that, Cancer, that by you kind of, this person could definitely be a soulmate here. 2 of Cups is a soulmate. And so, again, some of our soulmates are not love. Again, it could just be someone who was like a father to you or like a mother to you, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like you are paying this person back big time by being successful. I feel like it's going to make them like feel really good. And I feel like they're guiding you again. Again, that's a very specific message, but there you go. You also have this 2 of Cups here. 2 of Cups is, of course, a knight in shining armor. So definitely, I mean, obviously there's love here. If you want love, I would just, put yourself out there. you have the 10 of Cups, which is my card of dating. You also have the Queen of Cups, and I kind of feel like this is just you showing up. You're kind of showing up in a very strong position here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. You have this Page of Swords looking over at the Queen of Cups. And so I do feel if you are looking for love, that there is a person who could have their eye on you. It could be a Pisces, doesn't have to be. You actually showed up in Pisces reading as well, but it's like someone is spying here. And if it's a Pisces, like I'm a Pisces, so cross-watching Pisces, don't get offended, get over yourself. Number one, Pisces needs to learn to get over themselves. Trust me, I get it. But what I would say here is that it could be a creepy Pisces that's like spying on you here, or you could be the creepy Cancer. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. But someone needs to speak up here. With the Fool, you have this Lost card. This is Saturn and Pisces. Funny enough, we have Saturn and Pisces right now. So I don't really feel like this is a loss. I think it's just talking about a new beginning. It's like maybe you did lose something, which we see right here, 10 of Swords. So, it's like maybe something is leaving your life, but everything here says that you're breaking free from what no longer serves you. You have this new beginning card at the end here. And I feel like this new beginning is really leading you in a very positive direction. With the Knight of Cups, you have this revenge card. I would be careful of, didn't I say this to you recently, Cancer? I'm pretty sure it was you. I get this message of like a person's ex, like sliding into your DMs. It's like maybe you're dating a new person, they have an ex, and that ex just doesn't want to see this person be happy, so they could be like sliding into your DMs or saying something to you. Again, for whatever reason, it's popping to my head that if that happens, number one, I feel like that person's a liar. Number two, I feel like you want to protect this connection if it's a new connection coming in for you. So I'd be careful of that. This kind of makes sense because we have Mars leaving Gemini. Actually, today is what is today? I have no clue. The 24th, I think. So tomorrow, Mars leaves Gemini. But what I would say is that Mars in Gemini is like notorious for gossip, drama, all that other stuff. So I always say the best thing you can do is just ignore it and avoid it at all costs. With the Queen of Cups, you have this publicity card. You could be getting a lot of positive attention right now. And again, with Pluto and Aquarius, I definitely recommend people try to do anything they can to stand out positively. And that's what I feel like is going on here, is that you could be doing something to stand out positively. But again, I want to talk about this. It's interesting that you have the Eight of Cups to the Two of Cups. Again, it's like someone's ex could see them walking away and messing things up here, so I'd be careful of that. It could also be your ex, and we do have a Mercury retrograde starting in April, so I would definitely be careful of that. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this anchor card. It says, have faith and choose optimism. Yes. The Eight of Cups kind of is a card of optimism. You have the Lovers, Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords. The Eight of Cups, he is walking into darkness. He is leaving something that once was fulfilling behind him, and he is walking towards, he doesn't know where he's walking towards, but he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. He is walking towards fulfillment. And he's doing this because he maybe knows that there's something better, but he knows that this isn't enough. He knows that those 8 cups was, maybe not enough to fulfill him or make him happy. So a lot of you, I feel like this is saying choose happiness, choose optimism, like that card says, and you are just know that you're going in the right direction. You have the Lovers. Definitely could be love coming in for you if you want love. I feel like this could be, again, a very serious connection. I mean, no joke, you go like this, down to the Two of Cups, definitely soulmates, to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is my card that represents a path to marriage. So, some of you could be kind of meeting a person that you marry. I do feel like it's going to require you to let something painful from the past go. So if you're still holding on to someone who wants revenge, or if you're thinking about revenge, right? I feel like this is saying the second you walk away is the second you get this right here. So definitely time to let the past go if that's your story. For others, again, this could just be a really big opportunity. If you don't want love, this could say, and even if you do, the Ace of Pentacles can just represent a really big opportunity that you have to nurture, but could lead to a lot of success. You have the Page of Swords here, a lot of spying. I do feel like people have their eye on you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I would be careful of an ex, of course, but if this is a new person, clearly Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups, this could be a very abundant, happy, long-term connection. I mean, Ace of Pentacles, says that this could go the distance. Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family. So you could literally be meeting a person you have a family with. With the Lovers, you have this Principle card. Yeah, I really feel that the Lovers is a card of our values, and it's kind of also considered to be like a card of our morals, or, kind of a card of attracting a person who has similar beliefs and principles to us. So I feel like for a lot of you, that you could be attracting a person like that. I always think that this card, this almost looks like the, like a Pope's hat, kind of like reminds me of the Hierophant a little bit. So, the Hierophant would also represent attracting a person, or could, who has a similar traditional values, like whatever you're, I'm not talking about barefoot in the kitchen and pregnant. That's not what I mean by traditional values. I'm talking about whatever you value in a relationship. You could be attracting a person who has very similar values. With the Eight of Cups, you have this Extremism card. I'm telling you right now, I would be careful of a past person, or it could be you, or if you're attracting a new person, could be their past person. Look, this person's trying to force this message into her face. So I don't know. That is basically what I was getting. Is that for some of you, there could be a new person's past person that's trying to be like, look at all the stuff they did, but it's a lie, or it's exactly what they did what the ex did to your new person. I hope that's not too confusing. That's like what's popping into my head. So I would definitely be careful of that. I also feel like this could be your ex. So again, I would be careful of that, with this extremism card. With the Page of Swords, you have this negotiation card. I feel like this says no negotiation. I feel like you need to go, no settling. Cancer is what this is saying to me. It's really the whole entire reading. I mean, it's like this way is saying if you stay with an ex, for example, I think you will be settling and you won't be happy. This could also be just the need to, again, break free from what no longer serves you with this Ten of Swords here. So this could be like a job or a business that just isn't providing. And I feel like this is kind of saying that you need to see that there is a way out. And maybe some of you don't see that there is a way out. And you might be saying, if I don't see it, how do I get it? And I always tell people, well, there really is no good answer. You just have to get started. You just have to put your feelers out there and see what you can find. The other thing I believe is that we're in a time of stepping stones. So, what I would say here is it's like maybe your job sucks and maybe you want to get another job, but there isn't a job available for what you do. You might have to get something kind of different, maybe for just a little bit of time, just so you can get out of the situation so you can go towards something else. But don't be afraid of those like stepping stones is definitely something I'm getting here. Next, you have this main male card and this privileged lady card. Again, this could be, whichever side, doesn't matter. I feel like this could be a person who's coming in for you. And I feel like you are going to feel very privileged to be with this person. So I really feel that, again, this whole entire reading is like saying, don't sell yourself short. Don't go back to some past bozo because you're about to meet someone who is like privileged, or you're about to meet a person who is going to make you feel like you are very privileged to be with that person. You have the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Hangman here. Again, something needs to end. I really get that feeling. He is making this symbol right here with his hand. Speaking of the Hierophant, it's the same symbol the Hierophant is making. It represents a blessing. So I feel like there are blessings that could be coming in for you. But again, he needs to go through a transition here. He needs to let things go. He needs to realize that something is dead, done, over with, and he needs to move forward. Again, I also feel... Again, maybe you're stuck in a situation where your past stabbed you in the back, or maybe your new person, maybe their ex stabbed them in the back. But I feel like this cycle needs to close, whatever's going on here. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match. Definitely could be love coming in for you. If someone has their eye on you, I feel like there will be communication. This card, this right here is a Staff of Hermes, which represents Mercury, which represents communication. And so I feel like there will be communication, even going up here. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So, it's amazing to go from the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups in a reading. It really suggests that, love, business, whatever's going on in your life, it just suggests fortune after difficulty. You also have the Hangman. And so I feel like you're kind of being enlightened at this time as to like a person's extreme ways, or something like that. I also have I'm wondering, again, I would be careful of any stories from anyone. It doesn't have to be an ex, but it's like with that extremism card, again, if someone's telling you a story, it could get you all excited. But again, when you look at it, then I feel like you're going to realize it's a lie. So I would be careful of that situation. But, I just get like this weird, it's like, I really don't know how to say what I want to say here, but it's almost like there's a person, I don't know if it's your past person or their past person, that doesn't want to see this person move on, you or them. So I would be careful in this situation for sure. I would block the person, ignore them, whatever. With the Ten of Swords, you have the assertion card. Yeah, I feel like you need to assert yourself in general. This is the Sun in Aries. So I feel like you need to assert yourself in life and kind of like conquer some demons, which I kind of feel like you are doing. You can see that he's facing that dragon right there. And, dragons kind of represent our fears. So I feel like you're overcoming some fears. With the Two of Cups, you have this criticism card. Yes, I would be careful. I would also be careful of anyone who's criticizing any new relationships. Like, it doesn't have to be an ex. It could just be a person who doesn't like a person for whatever reason, but they might be wrong. And, again, I would just be careful. I always say that I never take a relationship advice from someone I wouldn't allow in the bedroom with me and my partner. Plain and simple, right? So if you're not willing to allow them into your bedroom while you're being intimate, then don't take advice from them. If they're not paying for your divorce, don't take advice from them, right? I think it's terrible advice. I've seen it happen way too many times where people have gotten divorced because, they have a miserable friend who got divorced who, kind of becomes toxic and then ruins that relationship as well, just because they don't want to be the only one divorced. Again, this happens all the time. So again, if you're, I would avoid anyone who is criticizing a positive relationship if you're getting into one. With the Hangman, you have this order card. I really feel like you're getting your life in order just in general. That's probably what's leading to the Ten of Cups, like more happiness, joy, good things coming in for you. At the end here, for the good stuff, you have this flexible card and this beginnings card. It says something new is emerging or a new source of income. Embrace the power of newness and make room to new possibilities. Very interesting. And, again, I feel like that Ten of Swords is saying, don't be afraid to cut something out. So especially if you have something where you feel like you're settling, doesn't have to be a person, could be a job, business, whatever. I really feel this is saying, like, it's time for you to make room for something new. And again, if you are out of a relationship, it's like you might not see it now, but I think it's making room for something significantly better, in your life. You have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. It's also happy home, happy family. So, like I said, I feel like you could be attracting a very solid connection if you are looking for love in your life. If you're not looking for love, again, just could represent your happily ever after and fortune after difficulty. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, like work hard, play hard. And there's like something coming in for you here, Cancer. I feel like there's something kind of being drawn to you, which is very interesting. We'll see what that is when we clarify, but I feel like something's being drawn in here. It could be this, by the way. It could be a big opportunity. You could be going back and forth between two opportunities. The whole entire reading. You have that negotiate card going back and forth, the Two of Pentacles. To me, it's like saying there is no negotiation. There's just like one thing that looks really good, but you could be thinking about something from the past because, it's an opportunity that you had. And it's like this new opportunity, maybe you don't have it yet, or maybe it requires work, or maybe you have to nurture it into existence. Again, this, I'm getting the words, this will be worth the wait, but that's not really what this reading is saying. That's how it's popping into my head. But, I think it's what I really feel like it's saying is that it's worth the work, especially if you're like building a new relationship or meeting a new person or building a new business or getting a new career. I feel like it's totally worth it. With the Ten of Cups, you have this decision card. Yeah, definitely. This whole entire reading is basically about an important decision that will probably break you free from what no longer serves you, just like that first card says. But, again, I feel like you have to do it. That other first card says you're on a journey of discovering your life's purpose. But again, we have to start the journey before we can discover it in the first place. With the Two of Pentacles, you have this achievements card. If you're attracting a new person, I feel like they have a lot of achievements in life. So you might be feeling... you might be feeling like you, don't match up or you don't, kind of meet them at their level, but you actually do. So I'd be careful of that. It's like I said, I've talked to a lot of people about relationships, and it's like, you ladies, I'm not picking on you ladies, but a lot of you, I think that like money matters to men. It does not, right? I don't care what anyone tells you. They're lying. So it's like, I've talked to ladies in the past who are like, I don't make enough money to be with this guy. I'm like, he probably doesn't care. Ask him. And when they ask him, he always says, no, I don't care, right? So again, this is not a statement on like how modern relationships should go. I think that people should just need to pull their heads out of the rear ends and stop doing whatever they're doing and change their story in love nowadays, because trust me, it's a disaster out there. But I could go on a 2-week long rant all about that topic, right? But what I would say here is that I feel like this is saying, you might be putting this person on a pedestal, or vice versa. They could be doing this to you. And again, if they're doing it to you, it's your job to say like, hey, don't put me on a pedestal. I'm not that special, right? Which is a good thing, because then it takes the pressure off the relationship. Again, you might be putting this person on a pedestal thinking that they're, something amazing. Probably are, just based off of what's going on here. But what I would say is, like, don't make the mistake of thinking like, oh, I have to be this to be with this person, right? Because I think it'll turn them off. Like, what's popping into my head is that this has happened to this person a lot. And I think I said this to you in a recent reading. It's almost like this person has heard from every single person they've ever dated, you're too good for me, right? So it's like everybody thinks they're too good. So that it's like, you might be wondering, how is this person single, right? And that's probably why, because everybody ruins it. So don't be one of those people. This right here is the Harmony card. And so clearly a new opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles literally represents a new opportunity. The whole entire reading, every single card says new opportunity, basically. So what I would say here is that is where your harmony is coming from, is that Ace of Pentacles, growing something new. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Cancer, and we're going to see, damn, Cancer, this is a good reading. Again, I wouldn't even worry about that revenge and everything. Again, that could be a person trying to mess up your day. I would block them. You have the Star card. It says guaranteed success. Again, this could be a person. Like I said, I can't get over that thing. It keeps popping into my head. Like some of you, again, don't put this person on a pedestal if you're meeting a new person. It's like, yeah, they're probably awesome, but I feel like it's almost like they have I feel like they're very simple. Like, you know what I mean? And that's probably something that will stand out to you. Like their requirements in a relationship, it's like they don't need all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I think they just want like a companion. Like I said it at the beginning of the reading. I think they just want like a good person to be with, and that's all they care about. They don't care what you make. They don't care what toothpaste you use. They don't care about any of that. And I think that's what will stand out to you. But it's almost like, it's kind of like hitting me right now thinking about it as weird. So you might be like, what's wrong with this person? But again, don't be skeptical is what this is saying. Obviously don't rush into anything, like rush right into the relationship if it's not right. That I want to stress. You have this Tree card. It says affairs with your family. Yeah, remember we talked about there could be this person who you see like a family member. There's something important going on with that person if you have a person like that in your life. You have this firecracker that says excitement on it. So clearly there's going to be a lot of excitement. I do see like a lot of movement this month. Not as in like you moving, could be, but I think you're going to be doing a lot more than you have been doing like all year so far. You have this Beetle card that says good fortune. Your fortunes are changing. 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty. So definitely good fortunes. And you have this Tent card that says temporary situation. Yeah, this could be this gossip situation over here that I see. There's like some sort of gossip situation. I'm wondering if you're attracting a person who gets a lot of attention, and I think I've said this to you before. I'm not saying this person's famous, but, it's like maybe they're well known in your area. Maybe they're well known at the business you work for, and maybe you're dating, and maybe there's someone who's jealous who's trying to get you fired or something like that. Again, I don't like putting these situations out there. I would just be aware, and I think the best thing you can do, because Mars is leaving Gemini, is ignore it. With Mars and Gemini, if you try to fight these things, you look 1,000 times more guilty than you need to. So if you ignore it, then everybody believes you. So I would ignore the situation, plain and simple. Looks really good. I like where this is going, Cancer, so far. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.